another reading vlog here on my channel. Today's video we're gonna be reading the very long-awaited Inheritance Games series. Guys, y'all know I've had these books on my shelves for the longest time, and I read the first book like 2 years ago, back in 2023. Then I never went and finished the rest of the series. I don't know why I did that, but I've like been in the mood to read this series to figure out the unsolved parts of it that I left off. And so in today's video, that's exactly what I did. I actually, as I'm speaking right now, I have gone ahead and read the series, and let me just say, I'm so glad I did. 3 books. Obviously, the first one is the Inheritance Games, then followed by the Hawthorne Legacy, and finally, the Final Gambit. There are a few books following after this, but in this video, I just decided to read just the first 3. Yeah, if you want to see my non-spoiler thoughts and opinions, there will be no spoilers in today's video. Keep on watching. I really enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys enjoy watching this video as much as I enjoyed reading these books. After literally just reading the very beginning of this book, I already remember like how fast paced the story already started off. Literally, we are thrown right into the action of our main character, Avery. She's kind of not living in the best of circumstances. She lives with her sister, and they're kind of just like struggling to make rent and live their lives. She already has kind of gotten these like random letters telling her that she needs to travel to Texas to figure out this inheritance situation. She basically has been told that she's gotten the inheritance, and she's already so confused. So she ends up traveling to Texas. Already, guys, like the descriptions of this rich mansion, like, oh, I love reading about rich people. It'll do it for me every time. We literally just got to the part where they read off the will after everybody was like present and accounted for. I'm just now about to start chapter 10, and I literally cannot wait to see the reactions of the family members after hearing like how little they got in the will compared to her. I don't even think upon like my last read of this book that I enjoyed it this much, because even already like I am in it, I am invested. And also another thing that I really enjoy that I kind of forgot about, it was in the back of my head, but reading it I just love it even more. The chapters are literally so short, like they're like 2 or 3 pages each, which like somehow if you've read a book like this, you know it just makes it easy to just read and read and read forever and not even feel like you need to put down the book at any point. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like I could just read this to the end of time because the chapters are so short. At the end of one, we get like another cliffhanger. I just go right on into the next one. It's seamless. It's perfect. This is just such a unique story and plot, and I am so here for it. Guys, so let me raise this camera. Guys, I am on chapter 34, page 140. Isn't that crazy? Like this much of the book right here is 34 chapters. That just goes to show you that like the chapters are so short. I'm loving that aspect. But guys, I like fear that it's been hours and I've been like unable to put this book down. Not hours, I don't know, like an hour and a half or so. The mystery elements of this book have me sat. I remember whenever I first read this book that I had kind of this theory as to who Tobias Hawthorne was to Avery, who's our main character of the book, but I honestly am so curious to see if that theory is true. I honestly kind of hope it's not, because that would just be so simple. Like, there has to be more to the story than what I'm thinking, surely. Also, there's this other thing going on that like completely drives the plot, but like whenever I first read this book into now, I literally completely forgot it happened. It just goes to show you, even though you read a book like 2 years ago, you can forget so many things about it. But yeah, otherwise I'm genuinely enjoying this book so much. Last time I want to say I gave it 3 stars, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 3 or 3 point something. But honestly now, it's looking up even more than that. Like, who knows, it could literally even be a 4 or a 5 at this point. I am so invested, even though it's like a simple YA. I just love reading about riddles and the mystery, and like we have the one underlying mystery, like how is she connected to Tobias Hawthorne? Hawthorne and how is she worthy of these billions of dollars he left her. But then like as we keep reading, we're introduced to more and more riddles and questions, and it's just a whole thing that I'm so invested in. Yeah, currently she's like working with the brothers together, not all of them, but like the ones that are kind of interested in what's going on. Together they're trying to solve these riddles and clues that ultimately they're assuming leads to the reason why Avery was left the billions. But yeah, honestly, as interesting as it is, it low-key seems slightly unrealistic. Like, how are they able to guess these riddles and clues out of nothing? I don't know. But I mean, there has to be something that drives the plot, so I'm here for it. But yeah, I don't know how they're able to guess like something out of literally nothing, but oh well, I'm still loving it. Alright guys, so we made it to chapter 68. We've got like a little bit left of the book where I feel like about to get to the point where like the real drama starts going down, but we're not there quite yet. I'm assuming it's gonna come at any moment. But yeah, I don't really have much to say as of this moment. We're still, you know, working through the riddles, exploring more of the house and the property, and following alongside Avery as she's adapting to this new life of hers. The dangers of her new reality are really setting in. Like, not everyone thinks about the fact that inheriting this much money could be dangerous, but her life may or may not be on the line. Ugh. And I'm just like sat and ready to see where we go from here. I will say like some parts of this book, especially towards the middle part that I was just reading, were kind of dragging a little bit, especially as we're just like going through more parts of the riddle. I don't know. It seems to be a little bit draggy, but that could just be me. I don't know, but I'm hoping that pretty soon the plot will pick up. Keep you updated. Guess what, guys? Oh my gosh, first of all, ignore my janky bookshelf, okay? I know it's like broken, but I'll get a new one when we move in like 35 days or something like that. So, but anyway, last night I finished the Inheritance Games, the first little book in this video. I ended up giving it a 4 stars, significantly higher than I did whenever I first read it. It was so much better than I remember. I feel like I'm out of breath because of my cold that's going on. Today's also my birthday, which is kind of like literally sick my birthday. Yay. Anyway, but yeah, I finished this book last night. So good. Literally like, or no, I think, yeah, I finished this book this morning technically. I had like 2 more chapters. I literally, the ending, I was like, bamboozled. Sure enough, after my last update, the pacing of the story kind of picked up a lot, and for that, I was really sat and here for it. It's hot. I'm gonna turn on the fan. My original theory, I still, well, as of this point, I kind of wasn't sure if that was what it was, but I'll give a little update here in a minute, because I did in fact start the next book. But first of all, let's wrap up the kind of review on this one. The ending I thought was really well written. At the end of this, you still kind of don't really know, like some things are still left unsolved, and I think that's kind of done on purpose. That way you'll continue on with the rest of the series, but I don't really care because I am continuing the series. I wasn't really expecting to remember answers. The plot twist, I didn't honestly remember there being a plot twist. It's not like super crazy, so for that I'm just kind of like with it, but maybe it'd be crazy to you. I don't know. I just kind of like could have seen it coming, and it just wasn't really like a big aha moment, like a thriller. It was just kind of like, okay, a good little plot twist, but I still really enjoyed it. The fast paced, the mystery aspect, it all kept me so hooked, and just like I couldn't even put this book down for the life of me. So for that, I really enjoyed it, and I gave it 4 stars overall. But like I said, we did actually start this book this morning. This is the Hawthorne Legacy, the second book in the series, and guys, so far I am loving this book. Literally, it's just like picked right where the first book left off. She's been at the house for like a month now, and so at this point we've kind of solved some things. We're not really we haven't solved everything, which honestly I'm glad, because I feel like if we knew why she was given the money ultimately, I don't know if I would have continued the series, but I'm still so invested in this one. Honestly, I feel like this could literally be a part of the first book. They just like picked right off where we left. I'm currently at chapter 15. In the last chapter, we just had like the biggest reveal ever, and it's just like crazy. I don't even know. I was not expecting that plot twist to come so soon in the book, but here we are. It's like kind of what my original theory was, but slightly different, if that makes sense. Like later on, like my theory that I first thought of whenever I was reading the very beginning of this one, it's kind of similar to what I first thought, but also not. Oh my gosh, there's a wasp at my window. He's like trying so hard to get in. No, sir. I'm honestly glad that I didn't predict exactly what was going on there and that it's kind of slightly different. I honestly wish there was a little more to it, but we still don't really know. There probably is. And yeah, I guess that's why there's 3 books in the series. So we're gonna continue on. I'm gonna let you guys know how we feel from here. But yeah, I'm about to go get my nails done for my birthday. It's gonna be super cute. And then Tyler's taking me to pick out a birthday book. So I'll let you guys know kind of how that goes. Honestly, might even include y'all with that little part of the day. But yes, I'm gonna take this book with me. We're gonna get some reading done. Really, really excited. Guys, so I just filmed a whole clip and it wasn't recording. Yep, okay. Well, I'm currently at chapter 43. At this point in the book, I'm like almost halfway. Things have gotten so crazy, guys. I read a lot yesterday and then today as well. It's 2:51. It's basically 3 o'clock today and I've been reading like all morning. I really would love to finish this book today because I want to put this video out Saturday. It's currently Thursday. Guys, oh yeah, I don't know if I showed y'all the finished product here for the nails. They turned out so cute. Anyway, look at them with the book. Wow. But let's see what's been going on here. So first of all, Sky, her character is crazy, y'all. There was like a point in the book where my jaw was like on the floor with how crazy that character is. Oh my gosh, like the things that these people will do for money, I can't even, it's crazy. Like you're really gonna risk throwing away your entire life in the name of money. And the fact that like she's just so, like she's still out there, like hello. And like the fact that she's not being held accountable for her actions, crazy work in my opinion. But yeah, I've been really loving the plot. Still, it took me a while to realize, but like this book is the second game. Like kind of they wrapped up the first game the grandfather left for them in the first book, because they keep on referring to like this new game they're playing is like the new game, and it kind of started in this book. The mystery aspect is still very much there. I'm really loving it. We're kind of like taking it a step further though from the first book. At this point they're like in Colorado and I'm enjoying seeing more than just the Hawthorne house mansion. Like they're going to the different vacation homes and stuff like that, and it's really interesting to see. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to read today, tomorrow, and then hopefully we'll have this video up by Saturday, but as of right now, I'm loving it. Also, why is it low-key like a love triangle? It's pretty crazy. But yeah, the Sky lady, she's crazy. Like she's actually mentally ill. Something is going on here. I don't know. She's crazy. I'll keep you guys updated with my further thoughts and opinions. My jaw is on the floor. My jaw is literally on the floor. Hello. I just finished, I just finished chapter 63. Wow. Somebody is like out to get Avery and this is like crazy. Like I can't even believe where this is going. And like the fact that she almost said it. And Grayson stopped her with that. Oh my gosh. My mind is just like bamboozled with this. I've been reading all day. Look how far I am. That's actually crazy. Yeah, we know Sky's crazy. There's some other characters that are really crazy too. The plot is like going to a level that I never thought it would be at, like from the beginning of this book. It is so much deeper than I originally thought, and I'm like so here for it. The little like romance too. I figure I'm invested in that as well. But like what, they always have to throw in the love triangle, of course. But it's like such a side plot that really I don't really care that much compared to the gravity of the situation with like people trying to expose them for like I don't even know. It's crazy. I feel like I can't say so much now that I'm like on book 2, but just know this book is like way more crazy than the first one. I don't even know how that's possible. We're nearing the end and I feel like even the beginning part of this book was very much plot driven still. Like how in the first book I kind of talked about how it slowed down in the middle and then it picked up at the end. If the middle part of this book was that intense with the plot, I like can't even begin to imagine what the end is gonna be like, and we're literally probably gonna get to it tonight. Like I'm probably gonna finish this book tonight if I were to guess. Yep. Let's continue on. Oh my goodness, wow, this lighting is something else. I hate daylight savings. The lighting is just awful. Hold on, I'm gonna try to like move this over here possibly. Then you can see how my bookshelf is falling apart. So it's been a little bit since I've kind of updated, but I ended up finishing the Hawthorne Legacy, which is the second book as we know. Guys, this book was crazy. I ended up giving it a 4 stars as well. It was so good. Literally, the plot twists at the end, it just kept on getting better and better as the book went on. I feel like we're kind of at that point in the video where there's limited things I can say with this series, considering I don't want to spoil anything, but just know that some serious mysteries kind of unraveled a little bit and we solved some aspects, but of course more new information and mysteries opened up that we're having to solve in the next book, which of course is the intent, you know, to keep you on your feet. But yeah, it was so good. Something that we've been like really working to solve throughout the entire series got solved, and then we're introduced to more drama. It was crazy. The new side characters we're getting introduced to, I just love them all together. So yeah, super good. Finished up this book, and then of course I had to go in and start the third book. This is kind of the final book in the little trio. Those are gonna be the 3 books we're reading in today's video. There also is like the Brothers Hawthorne and the Grandest Game that are kind of like other books in the series, but I don't really know if you have to read them to fully understand and wrap up everything. Not sure. Right now I'm on chapter 17, page 69. Barely in, and already we've had some crazy developments to the plot. Yeah, more new characters are getting introduced, more new drama is unlocked. It's just crazy. There's like a significant time difference between the last book and this book too, which I thought was really interesting. At this point, the year that she has to live in the house is literally almost up, and I just know there's gonna be some serious drama towards the end of that timeline as people are realizing like, oh my gosh, if Avery makes it through this year, she's going to inherit the billions and billions of dollars. Like, and I just feel like people are gonna come out and try to stop that from happening. It's really crazy. I'm loving it. The developments between the romance, crazy. We're gonna continue on with our reading. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Guys, we are currently at chapter 55, which is page 220 of the book. We're kind of like at the point in this where like I literally cannot say anything without spoiling it. Just know that I'm loving it. Honestly, this book out of like the 3 has probably been the one that I'm the least interested in it. I don't know if I'm just like getting bored of the series and I'm ready to like move on to something else. I feel like that might be it, to be honest, because I'm looking at like my TBR over there and there's honestly so many other options that I'd rather be reading at this point. I don't know, but honestly that doesn't really take away from the value of this book. I still feel like it was very well written. It's still so interesting trying to figure out what kind of is going on here, why Avery's the one that inherited all this money. I also feel like the relationships that we have between these kind of like new characters that are popping up and the brothers really interesting. Of course, Avery is just like such a smart character and I love reading about the way her mind works. It's so interesting. I'm like to the point where I'm wondering if we're even gonna get a resolution. Like, are we even gonna figure out why she inherited all this money? Because I know that after this, the Brothers Hawthorne and the Grandest Game are books, as we said, and I'm like, am I gonna have to read those to understand why? Because I'm kind of just like getting to the point where I'm ready to read something else. I don't know if like maybe I'll take a break from reading this series for now and then go back to it later, because I still really am enjoying it. I just kind of am like ready to move on from this world for the moment, you know what I mean? Anyway, I believe I really do want to try to finish this book today if possible. Today is the first day in a while that I haven't really had work. Like today I don't work. The past 3 days I worked all day long. So I really am ready to kind of like just get done with this book, knock it out, and move on. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sit here, finish this book, and then I'm gonna let you guys know my final thoughts on the original trilogy. It's gonna be crazy. Nan is kind of crazy. She's kind of crazy. I didn't say that, but something going on there. Guess what I did, y'all? I finished the Final Gambit last night. Guys, what a great way to wrap up this series. I'm gonna turn on the fan, it's hot. What a great way to wrap up the series. I really enjoyed that ending. It picked up so much since my last update. Like, I can't even believe where the story went from there. It was crazy. The plot twists. Avery, our main character, she is so smart, and seeing how she's solved the last riddle, the last game that Tobias Hawthorne left for them, and then she defeated the person that was after her and her fortune. Oh, and also like the reason why Tobias ended up leaving the fortune to her. It was so interesting. Never would have guessed that from the beginning. Then again, we didn't really know enough to be able to guess that. It was just crazy, like the way that everything fit together, the puzzle unwrapped. Oh, it was so good. Guys, it was so good. I will say though, however, this book wasn't my favorite as opposed to the other two, just because the middle was like slightly slow. I don't know, like it picked up at the end and it was good, but the beginning portion just didn't really hit as hard for me as the other two books. So this one I actually ended up giving a 3.5 stars. Yeah, nevertheless, it was crazy. The ending, so good. Never would have seen that coming. Would I recommend reading the series as a whole? Yes, absolutely. At the end, we did hint to the brothers Hawthorne, and then obviously the grandest game we really hinted at the end. Reading the end of this book, you will realize why it's called the grandest game as well. And yes, I could go on and read that final book or the rest of the final books in the series, but honestly, I'm quite happy with where it wrapped up here. I'll probably give it a little bit of a break. Maybe in the future I'll come back and read it, but I'm so happy with how this reading vlog went. I really enjoyed the series. You know, I've been putting it off for forever, so it was finally time that I just get to it already. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.